Fire training underway in the industrial sector. And Grand Bahamians taking in a spectacular performance by the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, an industrial giant doing its part to promote fire safety on Grand Bahama. Buckeye Bahamas Limited hosting firefighting training sessions on the grounds of the oil storage terminal. The training session was extended to other stakeholders in the community. Italia Hall has our top story.
Safety specialist at Buckeye Bahamas Hub Limited, Tyrone Thomas, says their facility is certified by the Texas A&M Academy, adding that they have all of the tools necessary to conduct fire training.
For the past 2 days, we have been hosting the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Fire Department, new recruits, and also personnel from Statoil and Maxwell Genor from Inspectorate. They're going through a 2-day fire training course to just improve and their skills in firefighting should the emergency arise at their facility.
The trainees were taught hose handling, how to use a fire extinguisher, and much more. Safety Manager O'Neill Valgus and District Training Specialist Ruth Roberts shared why training sessions like these are important.
It's important for us to work with other entities, especially the Royal Bahamas Police Force, because these are the same guys that are going to be called out even at personal residence, so it's important for them to be a part of this and for us to be a part of them.
And we want to ensure that the same safety standards that we extend to our employees, we extend to the wider community, all those who be involved with a fire fighting in the event that we do have an incident, whether here on island, in our terminal, or elsewhere on the island.
Fire Chief Ernest Hanna was also on hand for the training session. He says the officers just completed 6 months of police training and they're now going through a 6-week fire training. Hanna says the Royal Bahamas Police Force is pleased to partner with Buckeye.
While we fight fire in the city, but also we may be called to an operation like this, and they need to be prepared. So we also use it as a capacity building partnership with Buckeye Bahamas. The young probationers are very, very excited about it. And, you know, this 2-day training comes at a time when we're right in the midst of their training. So it goes so well, it fits so well with what we've been teaching them, and now to have somebody else, one of our partners, come and reiterate some of the things, reinforce some of the same things they've been taught.
It's Talia Hall, ZNS Network News.
In other news, police on Grand Bahama reporting a level of success in the war on crime in Grand Bahama over the past year. But as we look ahead to 2019, officials say there are a number of issues that the police will have to tackle in the year ahead. Jay Philippe explains.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Samuel Butler outlining some concerns and initiatives that the Royal Bahamas Police Force will devote much attention to for this calendar year 2019. One of the major issues is underage drinking. He says measures will be put in place to control this concern.
It cannot only be about a profit margin. As a business owner, I speak with you with full heart to assist the police department in managing your own area of trade. You, as a business community, can put those mechanisms in place to discourage underage drinking. And we will further explore those kinds of communication with the business community we've done in the past, and we'll continue to do that. But we're not shoving it away on the business owners alone. The police department will do, and we've done it in previous occasions. But I know that we can bring better control if also the business community pay a little more attention.
ACP Butler says it has to be a joint effort with the business community and the police force.
We've had major incidents and accidents happening with young persons, knowing that they've left business houses that serving alcohol alcohol beverages. We're really concerned about that. And 2019, we want to partner with the business community, but certainly the police department will put a little bit more effort in paying attention to that kind of behavior.
Another major concern is illegal migration. ACP Butler says the police force will continue to monitor the borders to prevent illegal migration that may occur.
We are well aware that we are basically on the doorstep of our country in the north, where many of those illegal immigrants are seeking to go in their own scope of thinking to better and further enhance their life. But we are concerned because not only about the act of the illegal movement, but we know that persons of safety for human life, they're using unsafe vessels, they're taking unnecessary risks. We've seen it in the past, and we certainly would want to be part of the mechanism of discouraging that kind of behavior to preserve life.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
In other news, Haitian national Herbert Device arraigned before the court on charges of illegal landing and landing at an unauthorized port. He pled guilty and was convicted on both counts. On count one, he was fined $300 or 3 months in prison and was granted an absolute discharge. On the second charge, he paid the fine and was transported to the detention center to await repatriation. Also from the court, two Dominicans, a Jamaican and a national from Grenada, all hauled before the court on separate matters. The Dominicans were charged with illegal landing. They both pled guilty and were convicted and fined $300 or in default 6 months in prison. The Jamaican and Grenadian were charged with overstaying. Both pled guilty and were convicted and fined $3,000 or 9 months behind bars. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after the break.